Hello and welcome back to another Pokemon Theory. Today's theory is going to be over who's the most powerful gym leader, at least of Gen 1 for me, and possibly all gens, but we'll be looking and focusing more on Gen 1 today. Before I get into that, I'd just like you to make sure to head over to Patreon if you'd like to see these videos a day early. All it costs is $1, and to check out the shirt store, as always, for new tees for summer. Now, having said that, sign in, make sure to get ready to like, share the video, comment down below, and we're going to be assessing which gym leader is actually the toughest, no matter which order they're in. So it was recently International Women's Day, and I wanted to detail my favorite female gym leader because it seemed like a good video to do and it would tie in very nicely with it. So today I want to talk about Sabrina. Sabrina is a very scary gym leader. She was one of the most difficult gym leaders and possibly the only ones to actually defeat you, the player, within Gen 1 very easily. One of the things with her was that she had a very fast psychic type Pokemon, which were already broken Pokemon for Generation 1, but you add speed to that and you have an instant sweeper. Now there's other gym leaders that have been very difficult, like Whitney is very infamous for the Miltank. For me personally, Tate and Lisa from the Hone region in Gen 3, very difficult with their Pokemon as well. That being said though, after that I haven't had any real problems with a lot of the gym leaders. Most of them are designed to be beat, designed to be overcome, designed to teach you some type of tactic, whether it be type advantage, whether it be to explain how you need to use status effects, maybe accuracy effects to win the battle, you know, uppers, buffers, downers, debuffers, stuff like that on your Pokemon to help them overcome. Whereas Sabrina was to the point where you were pretty much done with the game. There was Koga's gym, Blaine, and then Giovanni. At the point where Blaine was, I think it was pretty redundant to have him as a gym leader where he was, because it was just water types and just surfed them to death. Done. Every single person could do it. It was that simple. It was at that point in time that you didn't really have a choice. You could have defeated him with other moves, but why? You already had Surf. So I think Sabrina was the hardest gym leader of that time, because again, when you got to Giovanni, guess what would happen? Both of their Pokemon types are pretty weak to water. So yeah, the only other one that would have been difficult would have been Koga, and his Pokemon are weak to psychic types, so much so that you could fairly easily sweep them. Like maybe Hypno, maybe you had an Alakazam or something. You know, maybe you got Mr. Mime. You could sweep them easy. So Sabrina is the only one that you couldn't sweep necessarily because she had super fast Pokemon. Super fast, man. They were very quick. They almost always got the first hit, and because of Gen 1's mechanics, the faster you were, the more often you would score a critical hit. So when she had an Alakazam using Psychic on you, like, you're done. You're done for. Barely any Pokemon could survive that. You had to grind up, and because there was no Dark type at the time, okay, there's no Pokemon that would instantly resist Psychic. There's no Pokemon that could naturally just resist it anyways, because there's no Steel types either, and the bug moves of the time were absolute garbage. So, you know, you had Beedrill with Twin Needle. That's one of the bug moves. Their String Shot doesn't do any damage, but it's another bug move. I mean, they really didn't have a lot of bug moves in Gen 1 to counter her psychic types. So not only do you have a very fast sweeping Alakazam, but you also have other Pokemon that she had. I think she had a Venomoth for whatever reason, because it had psychic, I guess. I don't know. That's something that they used to do. They would throw in just random Pokemon at times. She also had a Kadabra and a Mr. Mime, if I remember correctly. And in other versions, they might have changed. But yeah, very difficult, because then you had to deal with those Pokemon as well. And they're very fast also, and they have psychic attacks. So you could always trick the system and have them using a certain move type because, you know, they were psychic type. But that would also inevitably lead them to use psychic on on you and kill you. So yeah, spam recover. Yep, her Alakazam could do that. You had to be on point, man. You had to be on point and ready to take her down, and hopefully you would have been able to do that at that time. I think her anime counterpart was very terrifying also, and I think it's really good too, because it just showed an immense difference in character from the games to the anime, and just how different that character is even in the manga, where she actually worked for Giovanni, I believe, with Lieutenant Surge, and I think Erica as well. So it's really nuts to see this stuff in Pokemon, man, where one of these trainers is just very standout-ish compared to the rest of them. And it's not even the last trainer, it's not even the toughest. Giovanni was the last trainer, and Blaine was before Giovanni and after Sabrina. So Blaine was, on totem pole wise, a little bit stronger, I guess, was supposed to be, level wise. When it comes down to it, Sabrina is a very difficult character to overcome within the games, a complex anime character, and a pretty good manga character as well. Really well written character, really nicely designed as well. Love the psychic aspects there, and I think Sabrina is one of the best, if not the absolute best, gym leader in my eyes. Maybe other people have different opinions, of course, depending on the generation you grew up with and the one you remember most. Maybe you have an absolute fervent hate for Whitney, and maybe you have an absolute undying love for Claire. I don't know. Leave your comments, questions, and concerns in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought about the video, and I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. You guys have yourselves a great day, and as always, good gaming, and God bless.